UF versus Miami. No.
No.
Troy versus UTSA.
Who
No.
gives a fuck?
Cincinnati versus Louisville. Is that worth talking about?
I don't. The Wasabi Fenway Bowl. I think I'm good.
Cincinnati, a former college football playoff entrant last year, is now playing Louisville.
True.
I mean, those aren't. I mean,
Jackson State versus North Carolina Central. Okay.
No.
No. BYU versus SMU. Who gives a fuck?
Fresno State versus Wazoo. St. Louis. Florida versus Oregon State.
That's going to be a good game because there's a lot you could argue about Florida. What happened with their... Didn't their quarterback just get child porn?
Oh,
Just
yeah.
he did get child porn. That's the problem.
The EDP 445 special.
Jeez.
So yeah, we're talking about that. I feel like...
I've been kind of out of the loop.
Yeah, I haven't either. I wish like Zooch was here. This is where like Zooch would shine.
Yeah, he would. Okay, keep going down. I don't see a lot.
Wisconsin versus
Oregon-
Oklahoma
okay,
State.
We'll start at Oregon versus North Carolina.
Okay, cool.
That's a good one. Texas Tech versus Ole Miss.
Where's K-State playing? K-State's got to be top.
Syracuse versus Minnesota, yes or no?
No. I don't know enough about either of those teams.
Syracuse was ranked at one point, though. That's the thing.
The
They were,
Pinstripe
but it's
Bowl.
against Minnesota.
Florida State versus Oklahoma is going to be interesting.
Yeah. we can do that. Washington versus Texas.
Yes, I feel very strongly about Michael Penix Jr.
Okay.
NC State versus Maryland. Do we have any opinions? we
I
can
kind of
go
like
on?
the NC State pick on that.
I like Maryland just because I'm a Tuanon fan and I like his younger brother.
Tallulah.
All right. Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl. Pitt versus UCLA.
It's kind of tough.
Do you want to talk about that?
Is Dorian Thompson Robinson going to be playing or is he out?
I have no idea.
See, this is where I feel like
I think this is a bad pick.
no, I mean
No, it's not a bad thing. I think we just go through and we just talk about
who we're picking.
who we're picking and why.
Okay,
Just be straight up.
I'm going to say we're
Are
going
we
to
doing all of them? Or
No.
I say we just go through just quick, just boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, that's fair. Once we get down, we can highlight ones that we can actually talk about, or just
Yeah, like I can talk about No.
Keaton smells like shit.
Hey, that is bullying,
This is
sir.
starting off hot.
Is this
All right.
live?
This is live. I pulled it up live.
What's up, Beijing?
Sick.
Okay.
Can we see the
hold on.
chat?
First up, I'm putting this on.
Yeah,
the
can you
Snap
can you
story.
can you send this in a link so we can put it on our stories?
I think it's youtube.com/yosgaming.
That's so much work though. Like you could just send it in a link,
Okay.
you know.
I gotta. Hold on. Wait a minute. I'm Jamie and Joe Rogan at this point.
Jamie.
And Joe Rogan.
I'm Theo Vaughn. Do you guys know bees ejaculated 107 degrees Fahrenheit?
Okay. That is just foul, Keith.
Hey, dude, the people are gonna love this. My mom is watching this tomorrow.
I believe it.
Hi, ma.
Let me get my phone so I can.
Last time she saw me across the TV screen, I was in Mexico on a Skype call.
Oh, this pizza's still.
I also did, at some point, I did want to talk about some pretty crazy trades that happened in the MLB.
Oh, I'll talk about that.
Because there are some fucking trades. Trey Turner.
See, the thing is, I can be Jamie with this.
Yeah, that's sick. Is it like a little Chromebook?
Yeah. Well, no, it's an iPad.
That's
But
an iPad?
I have a keyboard that connects,
That's
and it
kinda-
has a mouse thing.
That's kind of
How do we
tough.
see how many sick people are watching?
I can see it from here.
Is
I'm
this-
not gonna tell you because I don't want you guys to get weird.
That's fair.
I did a radio station for 2 years. I like seeing how many people are watching.
So do I. But I
Yeah,
don't
true.
know. Not everyone is like that.
Are you
and
calling me out?
I'm not trying
Yeah,
to call
you're
you
fucking
out, Sean, but
bozo,
I'm just
Sean.
saying, like, if Cody and Zach were here, I feel like they would.
Cody would free. I
Cody
see,
would get weird.
and this is
If
interesting.
I tell Cody 50 people are watching, he'd be like, "Oh my god, I'm getting weird."
And this is interesting
You know,
because Cody is someone that can't. He's not great with public speaking, but I feel like he'd kill it in this setting.
he would.
However, you're right. If you don't tell
he needs
him,
to be like stoned out of his mind.
Yeah,
But
if-
he'll be chilling.
Fucking set it in Roofies and Friends, dude.
Cody's mom better not see that one.
See what?
Yeah, I guess he's got to be stoned out of his mind.
We can say whatever we want.
That's true. All right, Keith. Let's start talking about.
You want to talk about some baseball?
Yeah,
Hold
let's talk
on,
about
I
some
gotta
trades.
post the link.
Oh
The
my
story.
god, it's fucking
Well,
dude.
they can catch up.
They can catch up.
Okay.
Clearly that means no one. All right, let's start off with the big one, Judge. That was interesting.
So I'm gonna be honest. As a Class A Giants hater, I'm kind of happy they got used as leverage again.
Yeah.
What I can say is I feel personally that, and to a non-baseball fan, I feel like people are gonna see $360 million for 9 years and think, "Holy fuck, that is an absorbent amount of money, like an insane amount of money." I feel like based
He's
on
getting paid $100,000 an hour.
He's getting,
That's-
he's getting paid
A day.
$4,600 an hour.
Damn.
He's getting
crazy.
paid $76 a second.
That's
That
not-
means in the time that we've
He
been
could've
on this
bought-
podcast, he's made more than $10,000.
he could have bought me a fucking car.
He makes $109,000 a day. Sorry.
Okay, that's not fair. What I can say is I think 360 million, in my opinion, is a little undervalued. I feel like, as we've seen with like Bryce Harper getting 10 years, 300 million.
the Mike Trout trade.
The Mike Trout, yeah. I mean, I don't know. It's just I feel like Aaron Judge is a guy that could have gone for 400 million. I just don't know if a team had that salary this year.
It'd
Yeah.
be the Yankees. of all teams.
It would be the Yankees.
Yeah,
Dodgers.
no, I agree.
But the Giants were willing to pay 330,
But if you're the
and they
Giants,
got
you
leveraged.
have to pay him.
Yeah, well, but they can't. They can't. He's gone. He's on the Yankees. Obviously, Trey Turner leaving is a big
Yeah.
one. The Dodgers kind of lost a couple good players.
They're the Dodgers, though. They're going to have...
They're the
They're
Dodgers.
just
I
gonna
mean,
reload. That's the problem.
they lose Cody Bellinger to the Cubs.
Yeah.
1 year, $17.5
Oh, I
million.
forgot about that, yeah.
Which is interesting because, and I was talking to my manager who's a Dodgers fan. He's happy. He's happy both Trey Turner and Cody Bellinger are off. Interestingly enough, Cody Bellinger does provide some defense, especially in like the playoffs and stuff. But if you look at it, like him getting a 1 year deal is pretty interesting because he is kind of on that prove it moment where
He is.
he's getting $17.5 million, which is generational money. But for a guy that was an MVP, 2 years ago?
It was 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
2 years? Damn.
Statistically, like one of the greatest
I thought it
seasons.
was 2019.
Uh,
Just
no,
2020? Is it Mickey Mouse year? Doesn't count.
I don't think it was Mickey Mouse
I
year.
think it was 2019.
I think it was 2019 because that was the year
So
Christian
three.
Yelich won it.
3 years ago.
But yeah, I don't know. I think Cody Bellinger's kind of like, in my opinion, at this rate, he will be in the minors before the end of the season.
Really?
Trey Turner going to the Phillies.
You
Interesting.
think Cody Bellinger's going to go to the minors? By the
Dude, have you seen him?
But
Did you
dude,
see?
yeah,
did
I
you
know.
see?
The thing
Him?
is-
the Cubs suck.
The Cubs do suck.
So
It
it's
is
like, how are you gonna make
the
their probably
can't-
their best outfielder go to the minors?
yeah.
Yeah, but how can... I mean, if you can't hit on the Dodgers...
Well, I can understand like to a degree where the pressure of being a Dodger can sometimes be too much. Like those are fans that expect a lot.
They
Yeah.
expect a championship every year.
Yeah, every
like-
year's
And
a
they have.
championship, and they've brought home
They have.
one in what was it, like 20x years?
Yeah.
And you could argue that it was Mickey Mouse, but Cody Bellinger, in my opinion, he's gone 2 straight seasons batting under 220. His defense is still good, but it's really not what it
Do you
was
think he's
before.
still Glover-worthy on defense? Like, can you argue that?
Yeah, you could argue that. I mean, he's always locked down. He's a very good at reaction time, like very reactionary center fielder. What I can say is that, in my opinion, the best center fielder defensively, is that Padres kid, Trent. I'm
what?
drawing a blank on his name.
Jamie, can you pull it up?
Jamie. But yeah, Trey Turner going to the Phillies. 10 year, $300 million deal.
Yeah.
For a guy that's in his 30s, so he's pretty much going to retire Philly. I think that's pretty interesting. I would like to see more production in the playoffs from Trey Turner, but now you're starting to look at a Phillies team with someone like Nick Castellanos who has a down year.
Oh,
Pizza time. Pizza time.
Trent Grisham?
Trent Grisham, thank you. Trent Grisham is a dog. Offensively, he's getting there. Playoffs was a big moment for him. He had a lot of good plays, especially against the Dodgers, a lot of game-saving moments. But I think he is probably my lock for Gold Glove, and I think just Cody Bellinger is so good defensively, but offensively he is just such a shithole player that I don't see how there isn't a way he doesn't get dropped.
No, I'll do it. Just what? Pull the rack out with the pizza cutter. Yeah. And then just slide it with the pizza cutter onto the pan. Be better.
What else happened? Mitch Haniger gets traded, which is
Did I fuck up my shoe?
is your mic still on?
I think. Yeah, mine's good.
You're good. Mitch Haniger also gets traded. I think that's pretty interesting.
Where did he go?
He went from Seattle to the Giants.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, which isn't like that's not like the biggest like blockbuster trade. I think there was actually a couple that I almost missed. One, Justin Verlander, coming off a Cy Young,
Halliburton.
in my opinion, one of the most dominant seasons for a pitcher ever, especially coming off of a Tommy John surgery. That for a guy that's like 37 years old,
Yeah, he's an older guy.
you could argue for a player of his caliber that he was going to be on the down low and he only was better. Going to a team,
I did not expect that coming from him this season.
yeah, going to a team like the Mets is going to be really interesting, especially when the Mets lose a player like Jacob deGrom, who is probably the greatest pitcher in the last 10 years of baseball, but he cannot stay healthy. And I think
Yeah.
he's got that injury bug where it's like, what could have been? But anytime we've seen him pitch, he is one of the most dominant. They lose to Tijuan Walker, which is just
Look what my mom said.
be better.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Who said that?
My mom.
It's crazy.
Oh, God! Sean, are you okay?
Our friend is having trouble cutting a pizza and or getting it out of the oven.
Just getting it out of the oven.
Jesus.
Fucking oven mitts. How am I supposed to take this scorching thing out?
Use a spatula. Use the box. Yeah, use the box.
I'm not using the box.
Let's see what other. Kyle Lewis gets traded to the Arizona Diamondbacks.
What?
Um,
Slide it out and put it.
I meant slide this out, and then you can just like put it on that, and you put it on that. I don't know.
let's see. Anthony Rizzo gets re-signed back to the Yankees. That's another big.
Are you just grabbing it? Grab it. Quick. Hey, buddy.
Hey, Sean.
Yeah.
Yaya's mom says be better.
Well, tell your son to buy an oven mitt.
No time for oven mitts when you're gaming, you know? Let's see.
Most stressful piece of pizza I've ever had to fucking cook.
Yeah, I know. Sean, we gotta watch it in a little bit on the pizza cutting, but we'll get there.
Let's see.
I wasn't
Reds.
saying he needs to be better. That's what you said, Sean.
Wow.
Who's getting the... Oh, yeah. She was laughing at your comment.
No, I know.
Sean, against you, Boston Red Sox signed Kenley Jansen.
I did see that.
2-year, $33 million deal.
Dude, I feel like Kenley Jansen is just like
He's
a
kind
cheap
of on the
hoe.
come down.
He kinda just goes to everything.
He is kind of on the come down. Yeah, let's see what else happened.
What about
Andrew Heaney.
Seattle getting Colton Wong?
That's big. Cleveland Guardians obviously signing Josh Bell.
Mm-hmm.
Goes on kind of like a 1 year, half a season kind of rental prove it
I feel
deal.
like that's kind of like what everyone's kind of going to right now for those type
Are
of
those
players.
rental-
They're just like the rental 1 year.
As
Unless you're like a big dog. Like,
an A's fan, I feel very strongly about that topic because obviously we gave up in 2021. We gave up a slew of players. One being Jesus Luzardo, who, in my opinion, will be an All-Star next year. Who was like 20. We gave up 2 other prospects for a player named Sterling Marte, who plays on the Mets. Obviously could have won batting champ if he doesn't jump between divisions or leagues, I should say, and he leaves and then he goes to the Mets. And I don't know. I feel like rental players are good, but Josh Bell just didn't do what he needed to do
to be that kind of
to
guy.
be that kind of guy. Juan Soto kind of picked it up in the playoffs, and Josh Bell had some moments, but it wasn't. I don't know. It wasn't.
It just feels weird, like when you sign a guy for 1 year, because I feel like if you sign enough of those guys, you're just flipping your roster every single year. Like,
That's the
you're not
Oakland.
having, like,
That is the Oakland way.
yeah, you're not having that like core group of guys that you can build off of, like the Dodgers have, the Yankees have,
Mm-hmm.
even the Astros kind of have that.
They
But-
just lost, what's his name? Do you not see that, Keaton?
What?
What you just pulled up?
Who?
What did you just pull up? Your mouth just dropped.
Oh, I was just looking at the contract details for Justin
Yo,
Verlander.
Sean, can I get one of those waters? I don't know where you put them.
I thought there's one right there. That's yours. Yeah.
No.
Justin Verlander got a 2-year, $86 million deal.
That's insane.
That is fucked for a guy. Not only is just coming off a ring, a Cy Young, has one of the hottest wives in history.
I mean, that's a good reason to sign the guy, right?
I mean, yeah,
You
brings
get-
in a
you get
fan
Kate
base.
Upton too?
Yeah, it's kind of a two-way package
Goddamn.
deal.
Yeah, that is true.
You know,
think the
1
whole
year
team-
for Verlander, 1 year for Kate.
Yeah, I think the whole team gets to plow in the showers.
One can only hope.
Jesus.
One can only dream.
So,
Would love to be
one
on
of the other
this.
things I want to talk about was the transfer portal
Oh,
in
geez.
Yeah,
college football.
yeah. Let's talk about this.
and
This is-
the literal entire team of Texas A&M going into the transfer portal.
Dude,
What are your thoughts on it?
Jimbo Fisher, man. Can't say I didn't call it, but honestly, that's the interesting thing about A&M. I feel like they always have this like stacked. They have the #1 recruit class every year, and now they're fucking.
They're
gone.
just the most mid team ever.
Yeah,
and
every
it
year.
pains me to say this, but LSU did lose to them, and it was terrible to watch. But I feel like it was such a fluke game. That's like not. It just wasn't LSU's day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which in that point, to add to that, I mean, college. This is such a weird year for college,
Mhm.
like college football in general. And I'm someone on the outside who I don't really care much for college football. I'm more of a basketball guy, but even for me, it was hard to like turn away and not watch. Like the entire Pac-12, everybody just beats each other.
Yeah.
And it's like you have teams that are very competitive. Like in its own right, Texas A&M has the players, and it's just I don't know. Every year they're like Texas, the Longhorns. Every year they're like ranked top 10, and it's like, well, it's a Texas school. They're not going to do anything with it. Houston, he's been more successful in many facets in the last couple years, I will say, than Texas A&M, and that is a team with yeah. What did
I
Texas?
kind of see his argument there.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Houston.
It's like comparing apples and oranges, though.
Yeah.
That's the only problem.
I mean,
Honestly,
two different
A&M,
conferences.
A&M beat Alabama last year, and I think that's probably
That's
the biggest
better than
accomplishment.
yeah.
Yeah, that's all they needed.
And that's kind of a pretty big accomplishment, especially for them.
Yeah.
One thing I saw was Tennessee's new recruit, Nico Imalama, or whatever his name is. He's a 5-star guy from California. So there is a loophole in the eligibility thing with the NCAA that allows him to suit up for the bowl game, like this coming bowl game, because he enrolled early. So he
Oh,
enrolled
no
a
shit.
semester early, and it doesn't count towards his redshirt year, and it doesn't count because it's not a regular season game.
Wow.
So he's actually technically eligible to suit up for the bowl game,
And he still has 4 years after that.
and he still has 4 years after that.
Wow.
So
I
basically,
guess-
he's a high school senior playing for Tennessee
Wow.
in the Orange Bowl against Clemson.
That is crazy.
So
We'll get to that in a minute. But
yeah, the
they-
bowl games.
The bowl
But
games, yeah.
I just thought it was crazy that kids are now enrolling early if they can, and then through this loophole can technically play in bowl games.
Yeah. It's a
Because he's
loophole.
technically been there for a semester,
Yeah.
and then it's not part of the regular season, so it doesn't like count.
Damn. Do you think they were saving him for if they went to the college playoffs?
I don't know if you trust that guy. Trust that
Yeah.
guy in there. Like, you
Yeah.
got to go with your dogs. Like,
Yeah, that's true.
But one thing I saw on Twitter was that he's
He's
going
an
to
extra
get the
body.
second possession of the game.
Really?
He's going to go out there. It's not like he's just suiting up. I think they're going to play him.
Yeah.
So that is one of the games I'm interested to watch. And just kind of watch that.
Yeah.
Because
Cool.
I think other high school recruits might start doing that. Like, if you're a big time player, like an Arch Manning or the Nico Imalulala or whatever his name is,
Yeah.
they might start doing that.
Yeah.
But
I
that is
agree.
crazy.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Coach Prime for a sec.
Yeah.
That
He's a dog.
Yeah.
Am I going to be on the roster next year?
Yeah, those guys are soft.
Guys, I'm.
How many CU guys do you think are staying?
You know what? We're gonna actually steal a bit.
I don't know.
I don't think they're watching, but Cody and Diego and Zuch all did a.
Did they?
They picked 5 players that they thought were gonna get cut.
Oh, dude, this is so
I
funny.
think they said the next day, but we're gonna do within this month.
Okay.
So you're gonna find. Let's just do each of us find one player
Okay.
on the Colorado roster
On the Colorado roster.
and try to see who. Who's your pick to get cut first?
Can I, while we're doing that, let me ask,
Answer.
who do you guys, do you guys think that Deion Sanders is a good coach? A coach that can turn a program around like Colorado, which could desperately use it in a Pac-12
They're
that
terrible too.
is going to be ultra competitive next year? Or do you think he's more of just like kind of brings in money, brings in fans, brings in recruits? Because recruits can only take you so far. We see that with numerous teams every year.
Yeah. Once I pick my player, I'll answer that
Okay.
question. But
I have my player.
you guys saw the video of
The
him,
press
right?
conference.
Like of him talking to the players.
Oh, when he first
Yeah.
walked in.
He's like,
and
"I
the
got
kid,
my bag
took
and
his
it's
hat off.
Louis."
Yeah.
That was hilarious.
He is a dog. I mean,
I wonder if we're gonna pick the same player, Sean.
We might. I don't know. I'm still looking. I haven't found anyone really.
Google doesn't like to show pictures. Let's see, to go to the actual roster. Oh, here we go.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my god. I just found someone.
You put the link on your Snapchat.
Yeah,
story,
I don't want to talk about it.
and you didn't link it.
Link it. I know.
Why don't you fix it?
It's
I'm.
just delete it. You have 2 minutes. It's only been up for 2 minutes.
All right, cool.
Gotta be better.
I found my player.
Okay.
Yeah,
There's a
Mom,
couple. I mean,
You
I guess he's a freshman.
Who are you talking about?
Liam McGannon. He's a cornerback. He's white. He's 5'10", 180.
Okay. My pick is Owen McCown, quarterback from Rusk, Texas. He's a freshman, and he's 6'2", 175. I think he transfers because he knows what's his face. Deion
Yeah,
Sun
but we're
is
talking.
coming.
No, it's who's gonna get cut.
Cut. I thought you
Who-
said it was just gonna like.
No, not transfer. Who Coach Prime is gonna sit down and be like,
Hey, you're not
You
coming
know, bud,
back.
find a new team.
I think.
Well, because he
I think
did.
that's him. Owen McCown. I'm going with it.
Okay.
Number 7.
I personally, there's a kid on this team, Chase Penry,
Dude, I almost picked him.
a
I
wide
almost
receiver,
picked him.
Oh, I did see
6'1",
that
190, is a sophomore. In the let's see, last year, he played in 4 games, had 2 receptions for 25 yards, had a single reception for 11 yards in the home opener against TCU. He was a 3-star recruit, number 7 player in Colorado, and the number 91st overall wide receiver in the class with a rating of 5.7 out of 10.
Yeah, my guy Owen McCown. He was the quarterback.
Oh, he was the starter.
He was the starter.
Oh yeah, he's toast.
Yep, he is leaving. He was a 3-star prospect though, out of Texas,
Yeah.
and I don't know. I
He's
just
done.
feel like he's gonna go to like an SMU or like a Houston type
Yeah.
thing.
All right, I'm gonna open this can right now.
Okay.
We're gonna talk about Andy Avalos.
Oh,
Jesus.
here we go. I feel
All right.
strongly about this one.
This is
Go
gonna
ahead.
be a good little discussion here. I'll start with my statement. Beginning of the year, I mean, I've always kind of had a wavering opinion about Coach Avalos. Coming here, I was excited. After last year, I was like, give him another year. Give him at least 1 year. He's playing with a bunch of Harson's players. And then once the season started, that faith started to decline really hard. Everyone wants to blame Hank. I think it was just the team as a whole.
A combo.
Yeah. I don't think Avalos is in the right. And also our offensive coordinator, Tim Plow. If you're watching this, you're a piece
Terrible.
of shit. Go back.
Fuck you, Tim.
Yeah.
Go back to
Um,
Davis, boy.
But I think as of right now, I don't know that it's the right call to just give up on Avalos. Wait. I think that, I don't know. It's hard. You cannot give up on a coach so quickly. I don't know. I think we'll see how, honestly, I'm going to give him until next year. I don't think anything should be done until next year, see how we start. If we are a declining program, then I'm going to jump on board and say fire
I
Avalos.
love that take.
I do
I think that is a great take because now you have an entire year of your guys recruited. Shut the fuck up. I will literally kill you. I'm right here.
Go on.
I don't know. I feel like we have the opportunity to make a statement next season playing at Washington, playing at home against UCF, and then who else do we play? We
Next year?
play at somewhere else.
Play Oregon, or is that the year after?
I think it's the year after.
Tell me.
But anyways, we have a good non-conference schedule for being a Power 5 team, and I feel like we need to win both those games.
Yeah.
If we win both those games, I feel like that gives us the momentum that we need as a program.
Yeah, I agree.
As a,
Pizza.
What?
No, I want to hear what he has.
Yeah. As I stated before, I'm on the outside looking in because I don't care about college football. I went to one game this year because of work and stuff like that. But unfortunately, the one game I went to was the Mountain West Championship game. What I can say, and and I feel very strongly about this, and I've gotten a lot of flack for saying this early on. One, I did feel like Tim Plow was the main issue. Obviously, I don't know how a guy from UC Davis comes up through the ranks and immediately joins a pretty large non-conference team. If you think about how competitive we've been for so long, you could argue that we've been more competitive than some top conference teams, like over the last couple of years. You know, being from where we are, and you look at it like last year the season starts with that UCF loss, and it's like, okay, whatever. UCF is actually a pretty good team,
And it was close.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
wasn't like we got blown out.
Yeah, but what I noticed and what's been a continuous trend in my opinion, even since kind of Cutter came back, is that we cannot score in the second half, and we blow leads in the second half like nobody's business. You look at last year, Avalos' first year. You can argue that hey, it's the grace period. It's a whole new team. But there were so many winnable games, especially against ranked teams like Oklahoma State, who for 3 consistent years has been a top 15 team in the country. What are they, 20th now or whatever?
Yeah, I don't doubt that. With a lot of those, I just always wonder if it's, I don't know. I don't know if it's their, like that we blew the lead or they have a really shaky start. Because I feel like with a lot of those teams, they play so bad in the first half, and then all of a
like
sudden
everyone is like that. Though.
And football's the second half game.
Yeah, football, and that's where I feel like Boise State lacked.
Adjustments.
Yeah, and there was a lot of games this year where even watching it, it didn't feel like a 2-possession lead felt safe. And I think you're looking at a team that has a lot of recruits. We never
put a team away.
Yeah, exactly. We never really had like a team on the ropes. And what I can say though, to Avalos' credit, is I feel like once Cutter came around and joined the program, they got rid of Plow, and Bachmeier kind of took a leave of absence. That pussy. I felt that the team started to make a big turnaround. The defense started to come around a little bit. Matlock started becoming a leader. Obviously, Taylon Green kind of took off quicker than we anticipated. What I noticed though is that watching the Mountain West Championship game, not only is our franchise kind of an L. Our fan base is kind of annoying.
Our fan base is terrible. We were debating this in the South.
We could have. I mean, that game was that stadium was half full.
Yeah. Well, one thing that people don't understand is the Mountain West Championship game wasn't a part of the season ticket package.
Yeah.
Everyone had to buy their tickets separately.
Which is crazy.
And it's kind of expensive, which I think is kind of dumb. That should be part of the advantage of playing at home. Yeah. If you're not going to go to a neutral site.
Especially season tickets. I bought season tickets this year, and they were.
Those things are expensive.
Almost, I think it was like close to $200. I had to buy a ticket for the.
How much was the championship game?
It was like $30 for the north end zone.
Yeah, but if you think about it, like a family of 4, it's almost $200 for you to
watch
to watch
a kind of a mediocre football game.
They're not going to watch it in the north end zone. They're watching it in their seats that they had the whole season.
And that was the thing. Yeah. To me, I was watching this, and it didn't even. And yeah, you could argue that because it is half full, it felt quiet, but it didn't even feel like a home game. No. I'm watching this, and I'm like, God, I feel like I'm watching high school football here. Like, the crowd wasn't into it. There was people to the left and right of me wondering what team they were rooting for, what color jersey they were rooting for.
We're also in the student section.
It doesn't matter. I mean, you're going to the game.
Our students are terrible.
I think a big issue is that the school doesn't fundamentally give a fuck about the athletics program.
I think it used to be. I think people used to care, but honestly, it's like, it's hard to care.
Yeah.
Because, like, we keep going to these stupid bowls. And, I mean, I think...
Which we'll get into later.
My first year here, 2018, we did all right. I mean, do anything crazy. 2019, we won the Mountain West. I think that's the last time we won the Mountain West.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's a stat. We've won the Mountain West 2 times in the last 8 years.
Yeah, that's not Boise State.
No.
At least not the one that I heard about.
Boise State as a school has such a rich history of winning, despite the shortcomings of like not being able to pull top 5 recruits. And I think recruits is sometimes like, oh my God, Colorado just pulled a 5-star recruit from USC into the into the program. And it's like, well, recruits doesn't always make a difference. I think it's more about fit than anything.
We've always been an underdog.
Yeah.
For a lot of things. I mean, a lot of that might have just been Coach P. I don't think that.
Like the culture that around
Like, I don't
Boise
think-
State football is different now than when Coach P was there. Like people wanted to play for Coach P, and I don't feel like we have
Yeah.
those guys. Like we're not going to get the 5-star guys. You have to get guys that want to be there
Mm-hmm.
that probably shouldn't be there. The
Yeah.
2 to 3-star guys.
Yeah.
Like Skinner was a 3-star guy coming out
Like
of high
T.
school.
Crow.
Moving on.
Khalil Shakir, another guy that could have played extremely well at a program like Kansas State, and
Yeah.
stayed here. And obviously,
Yes.
I think he's gonna do some decent sized things. He, as a Seahawks fan, he kind of reminds me of a little Tyler Lockett.
He does.
Just a guy who can just
Yeah.
at any point
Catch
on a
anything.
scramble just catch anything, and he will scram. I mean,
Yeah.
he'll get out and get an open
Yeah.
field, and he's gone.
Yeah.
He's extremely shifty,
How many-
extremely small.
Jamie, can you pull this up? How many drop passes did Khalil Shakir have last year? I'm pretty sure he had like 2 drop passes.
For a second,
What's it now?
wow.
All right, I'm gonna go cut this pizza, and then we're gonna
Yeah.
start this pizza review.
So
But keep talking.
yeah, I don't know. I think this is Avalos' like last chance. Something's got to change. I have a question for you, Yaz. What would it take? Because personally, I think the Pac-12 is going to be a little desperate in adding teams to make it the Pac-12 again, unless they want to become the Pac-10, which they have in years past. What would it take for the Boise State? What would it take for Boise State to become a Pac-12 school? And what are we missing?
First of all, I've been saying this for a minute, but we're missing a baseball team.
Thank you. That is
That is what is wrong with Boise State is we need a baseball team, and there's another women's sport. I think it's women's swimming. But there's like a certain amount of sports that we need in order to be a Pac-12 school, and not everyone understands that, and it's kind of frustrating because they're like, "Oh, we should be in the Pac-12," and I'm like,
No.
not necessarily. We don't have the athletics to do that.
yeah.
We'll finish up our
Yeah.
discussion.
And this is where I come back to how frustrating it is to be a fan of a school, and I don't even go to the school, but a fan of the school that doesn't really care about their athletics. It's not a school that's broke. We're not some Presbyterian school that, like a Bible college that needs to play Portland State and get blown out like 40-0 in the first quarter
Yeah.
to make our ends meet. Boise State has a massive alumni program. We have a massive funding program through Albertsons,
Yeah.
Your
Micron.
school
end zone.
likes to fund
I mean-
our football team. Like it makes sense. It brings in the most money for the school.
Yeah.
But it's like
A lot of Idaho likes Boise State too. It's not-
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, people commute. People will commute
Yeah.
from miles away. I mean, people commute from McCall to come to games like this.
Yeah.
And, the
not
only...
anymore if they're
Yeah.
$50 a piece.
No
Yeah.
kidding. The biggest thing that bothers me is that the only baseball program out here is the damn Boise Hawks. And that is a high school team.
Yeah.
I like the Boise Hawks. I like going to the games.
Yeah, they're fun.
I ran out on that field one time.
I just think
But,
I don't know. Sports are different wherever you are.
Yeah.
Especially with Idaho, I think it's very football centric. Especially with high school football. That's
But
very
I-
big.
Because there's not a whole lot of other things to do. Like it
Yeah.
makes
Right.
sense. They're a big market here in Idaho, and I feel like we're not taking advantage of it.
exactly.
We as in,
and especially
Boise
like
State.
with just a lot of small town stuff. Like there's like they don't have enough people to necessarily even have a baseball team.
But they could,
So-
though. And they could. And that's my thing. It's like, I feel like it's better to try.
They did.
Well, they did, and then COVID hit, and they're like, "Hey, let's cut
Yeah,
this
they
funding
gave
so
up.
we can."
Yeah.
They just didn't care,
Yeah.
and
We
know,
had a team.
yeah, and it's not, it's not a team that like it's a destination like a Vanderbilt or even a Gonzaga,
Yeah.
but
No, but it's giving guys opportunities to play at the Division I level that have the skill. There's not a place for them at other places.
and it's kind of what happens with Boise State football. It's like it's not always a
Yeah.
destination. Not many people want to come out to Idaho because besides Boise and the Village and Meridian, there's not much to do
Yeah.
here.
By the way, I looked up Shakir. He had 10 drop passes in his senior year.
How many catches?
He had 1,100 yards, 77 receptions,
Damn.
Pretty damn good.
hauled in 7 touchdowns.
He's so good.
And his QB rating when targeted was 94.7%.
So
That's ridiculous.
he just caught everything in sight.
Yes,
He was damn near
basically.
perfect.
All right, we're gonna get into the fun part now. This is our food review.
Yeah.
We're doing pizzas, frozen pizzas right now.
Pizza.
Wow.
Oh, do we need plates?
Well, no, frozen. Yeah. This is Screamin' Sicilian.
We can be.
We can't.
It's a Wisconsin-based company. I just read 20 seconds ago that their grandfather came from Sicily. He had a 5th grade education, but a pocket full of recipes. Italian recipes, obviously, because he's coming from Italy.
How did you figure that?
I read about it.
Okay.
On the box or online?
In my head.
Okay.
Freestyle.
And yeah,
You
Screamin'
should've
Sicilian.
said on the box.
They have not had it yet. I've had it. It's honestly probably. I really like it. I think it's.
Do you guys see there's a Snoop Dogg and Lil Yachty pizza?
I did.
he was
I was
talking
just telling him about. I was
Dude,
on the way here
It's
because he
kind-
brought up frozen
it's kind of
pizzas.
fire.
This is for those who are watching. This will be possibly customary as we go forward. We'll probably have more people
At
joining.
least a food review.
Yeah,
or something.
yeah. At some point, we might be doing tier reviews or comparisons.
Snag one. Yep. Frozen pizza, alright.
It's crispy frozen pizza, crispy little joint.
They are said to be known by their sauce, and they.
It did say
take pride in that.
secret sauce on the.
Yeah, they take pride in the sauce that they use, which is something as a pizza connoisseur I always look for is the sauce. If you've got some plain Red Baron ass sauce, fuck out of here.
Papa Joe's that sauce.
Yeah.
We need Anthony on the podcast. I feel like he'd be a good guest
Anthony.
speaker, just so he'd be cringe as fuck.
He would honestly review pizza. We could get him on the Red Baron segment.
That man loves
I
Red
should
Baron.
call him. Tell him to pause his Apex game and come over here.
He's not playing video games.
He told me that.
What?
He told me that the other day. I tried to get him on. Play Call of Duty. He's like, I put away the video games. We gotta grind the school. I said, Ant, good for you, man.
Mm-hmm.
Good for you.
Man's doing it. This is good.
I won't get into that, but Sean, yeah, I'm gonna need another piece.
Yeah, I know, right?
It's kind of fire. I don't know if it.
Did you not eat the crust?
Dude, that part was a little tough. But anyways, moving on.
It's fun pizza.
I don't know. I like this pizza, but I'm such a fan of Totino's pizza.
Okay.
There is just
What?
something about a Totino's pizza that is just like
Okay,
so good.
so you're talking to Cody about this.
Cody, a guy that might be coming on the podcast soon.
No, call him and tell him to come over here.
Yeah, he's being a bitch.
He's doing homework. He's not being a bitch.
I know.
Um,
Love you, buddy.
Grinding school. No.
Totino's, I put in a whole nother category. Like, I'm talking like frozen pizza, like, that looks like pizza you get at a restaurant. Totino's is just like a mud
A
slop
quick
of
meal.
grease, cheese, and sauce. But it's really good.
It's
So it's
store-bought pie hole.
So I was just about to say it's the pie hole version of frozen pizza.
Yeah.
No, you like, that pizza is, that's like my favorite pizza of all time. That Totino's. But
Keith, will you grab those paper towels?
it's in its own category, I feel like.
I like it.
If you've ever seen a Totino's pizza,
I've never had Totino's pizza.
you would look at
That's
it.
the next food review. We're doing every single kind of Totino's pizza.
For a whole month, we just review frozen food or
Oh.
frozen pizza.
And for the viewers out there, this is Mother of Meat, Screamin' Sicilian.
Sean, aren't you the father of meat?
They used to call me the mother of meat back in high
Oh, okay. Can I get one of those?
This
Can
has
you?
Italian sausage, pepperoni, ham, and bacon. So
That's
a lot of meat on this.
Yeah, I like it.
Big meat guy.
I think the biggest thing for me about this is one, when you get a traditional like frozen pizza, I think the commonality is that it's very like, especially Red Baron, even if you cook it long enough, it feels very floppy.
Yeah.
Like there's not enough, in my opinion, like bread structure to hold up even like the low amount.
This guy just said bread structure.
Yeah,
I fuck with it.
yeah, the bread
Actually, I know
structure,
what you
like
mean.
the strength of bread. But there's not like even like the minuscule amount of toppings that they put on like a Red Baron all meat pizza. It's like fucking sprinkles of bacon.
Yeah, that's true.
There is whole chunks.
Yeah,
I mean, they
well,
put a whole damn pig on this thing.
Okay.
Stop.
Stop. This is a lot of pizza. a lot of pepperonis on this shit. What a picture we started.
You know, I was going with that.
Yeah.
Wait,
Holy.
um,
Speaking of which, I like their question they asked in the group chat today. If you could have a drink
Yeah,
off every
let's talk about
finger,
this.
what would you have as like your drink? I like that question.
can we talk about it?
Yeah.
Sure.
So what's your 5 drinks?
Come.
Okay.
Piss.
Sunny D.
Fire.
I hate Sunny D.
I
Okay, I'll
hate
let you
Sun-
finish.
I
I'm
hate
gonna let
Sunny
you.
D too, but like the idea of having orange juice in your fingers kind of
Not mug, sorry.
mug
Root beer,
mug
anything
mug
but
connoisseur.
Anything but mug root beer.
Parker, is that more
Do
better?
Maybe a nice whiskey or something. I don't know. I don't really care too much.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to have alcohol coming out of my fingers. Like, I don't know.
Seems
Like
dangerous.
on tap.
Yeah, like it just seems dangerous. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
Is that
a
any
lot.
moment you're like, I'm just gonna get plastered?
Yeah, but let's do Southern Comfort whiskey, and then
Mm.
we'll do last one, breast milk.
I was thinking about doing breast milk too, actually.
A lot of protein and nutrients in breast milk.
So I'm going. So no water.
No.
Okay.
Mm,
Water.
What? Oh.
Going water.
Yeah.
Minute Maid orange juice.
Oh.
Pulp free. Best orange juice there is. Then I'm going Fireball. Then I'm going lemon lime Gatorade. Then I need one more. Oh, cherry Coke.
Cherry Coke from McDonald's.
Cherry Coke. on
From
the last.
McDonald's? Really?
Kind of fire.
Okay.
The McDonald's Sprite tap.
So I
That's a good one.
I didn't understand the idea of this. Is this like liquid coming out of your fingers at any given point? Like it's on tap?
It's just like you have like 5 drinks on tap at all times.
Okay.
Type thing.
So obviously you got to go water.
Sounds kosher. What's kosher?
Alright, my mic wasn't all the way plugged in, so it sounded weird.
Ah.
But I got it.
Sick, dude. Thanks for ruining the first like 30 minutes of our segments.
No, I didn't. And you can fuck off, actually. Go ahead.
So I'm gonna choose water, for obvious reasons. I think. Secondly, I'd choose unsweetened iced tea.
Yeah, no, this motherfucker said from McDonald's, dude. No, the cherry Coke from Chick-fil-A is better.
Mid fillet. That's just me.
Nope, that's next episode.
Though.
No, the other one's gonna be sweet tea from that barbecue place in Huntsville.
Oh. I don't like sweet tea, but that was good.
Huntsville, Alabama, some barbecue place. I don't
Yeah,
know the
some-
name, but best
Like,
sweet tea.
Some old-ass barbecue place. Literally been there for 100 years. Some of the best barbecue
Everyone in
I've
there
had.
had an Alabama hat, and I really wanted to stand up and just yell "fuck Nick Saban," but I know I would have got trampled.
Nuck
Yeah.
Fix Saban.
No,
Anyways,
fuck
Keaton, sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, you're good.
Take a drink.
I'm gonna go. So water,
Yeah.
iced tea, unsweetened has to be unsweetened. Fuck sweet tea.
Ooh.
I'm all good.
Trying to say.
Save it.
I'm not saying it. I'm eating this shit.
I think I'm gonna go Long Island iced tea as my middle finger.
Ooh, that's kind of a good one.
Yeah, it's a good balance. I'd probably there's a drink called Bai, BAI.
Oh, yeah. My dad drinks by.
Oh my god, they're so good.
Mhm.
I'm probably gonna go with that, and then I'll give me a Joe's.
For everyone that wants to
Oh, it's not Joe's. Just give me a half and half. I'm not a lemonade guy, but give me a nice.
Arnold Palmer.
Give me a nice, consistent Arnie Palmy.
The movie theater. What are you talking about?
I'm maybe saying cherry coke from the
From
movie theater.
McDonald's?
Oh, the cherry Coke from movie theater is fire, actually. I'm still taking Chick-fil-A, though. Something about the chewable ice. In a drink.
It's
Makes it
so
better.
overrated. I'm sorry.
Tube ice?
It's overrated.
It's because you work at a
That's-
place that has it. You have easy access.
Worked.
Worked. Lean Feast doesn't have. Oh yeah. Now everyone
Lean
knows where you
Feast has
work.
Soda, imagine.
Yeah.
That'd be funny.
It's just like it's like fizz.
Counterproductive.
They do. They have sparkling water.
That makes sense. Like San Pellegrino.
Yep.
All right, so let's do this. We've and I hope most people watching now and later on have had frozen pizza. What would you guys rate this out of 10 in comparison to something like Red Baron's or DiGiorno or even like fucking Signature Select?
To me, that is better than DiGiorno pizza.
Okay. Rising crust or standard?
Standard.
Okay.
I think I'm going to go 8 out of 10. That was a really good frozen pizza. and I don't like frozen pizzas like that. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Solid 8 out of 10 for me.
I'm probably gonna be in that same area. I'm a Red Baron Craniac because it's cheap and accessible.
Oh. Anyways.
But I'm gonna say like a 7.6. I think it was a little on the drier side, and that just might be the time that it was cooked. But
It also wasn't piping hot, so.
yeah, it wasn't piping hot, so that just the bread structure was there.
Structure.
But but it was so it just had so many toppings, and I think it was like a good chunk of hearty toppings. It wasn't it didn't taste unauthentic.
Cheap.
It
It
tasted
didn't
like
taste
real
cheap.
meat at
Yeah.
least,
Yeah.
as real as frozen can get you.
Yep.
Yeah. No, that's fair.
I agree.
I think that also this retail comes in at $9.99, $7.99 with
Actually?
Albertsons. Yeah.
It's not bad.
Oh, I thought it was at least 15.
Nope. $9.99, $7.99 at Albertsons for the sale.
Okay,
savings.
Grayson, you're fucking done. Yeah, I've had enough of you.
Can you tell Yoz is an avid red? He looks like one.
It's because I'm a redhead, that's why.
Oh, that's funny. What was I? Yes. I think that, honestly, I would give this, I'll probably be on Ryan's side, 8 out of 10.
I
think
didn't want to give it a 9.
I should
But
on
I
Red
didn't feel
Baron.
like it was too low for a 7.
Yeah. It's hard, because, frozen half the time when I eat, I don't pick Red Baron because I'm I just want real pizza from a pizza restaurant.
Yeah.
I don't really ever pick frozen, and if I do, I'm picking Totino's. Totino's has my 10 out of 10.
Which I've never had.
Dude,
Next
Totino's.
week.
Is it
10 out of
that
10.
good?
We are reviewing that. Probably not next time, maybe the 3rd episode.
Maybe.
Next time we're doing Chick-fil-A and
Versus
Popeye's
Popeyes.
chicken sandwich.
And we could add Dave's. We could actually add a Dave's hot sandwich
No,
now.
Dave's is a different breed.
Different vibe.
Is it?
Yeah, it's a different.
We could do
like-
Dave's and that Cluck's place.
Yeah.
Mmm.
Kind of better than fast food chicken sandwiches.
Yeah.
Yeah, could you consider Dave's fast food chicken?
No, it's fast casual. I would
It's
say.
fast casual.
Yeah.
We should do fast food and then fast casual.
There's a new place that opened up off Fairview called Melts. It's a grilled cheese place.
Ooh.
I've heard it's
Grilled
pretty good
cheese.
too.
Heard about that too.
Yeah, so
There's something about grilled cheese and tomato soup. I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't like
grilled
tomato soup
cheese
otherwise,
and
but
tomato soup.
It's kind of fire.
Yeah.
I'm not a big.
Is
Is this a hot topic? I'm not a big tomato soup guy.
Me either.
Me
No,
neither.
I don't like tomato soup. Other than dipping it with grilled cheese.
What I do like on my grilled cheese, and I think this is where it might get hot, ketchup.
On your grilled cheese?
To this day, if I make a grilled cheese, I will still
I have done that.
douse that shit in ketchup, and it is delicious.
That's
It's
a hot take.
it's like mac and cheese and applesauce. It is
Do
just
you put ketchup on your mac and cheese?
no. I put applesauce in my mac and cheese every single time.
What?
Weirdo, dude.
That is.
Morgan used to do that.
I'm so wait.
Applesauce on mac and cheese.
Oh my god! Did you ever try it?
Homeboy's bringing
Yeah,
up his
it was
ex on the
terrible.
podcast.
Oh, I loved it.
It is terrible.
I thought it was fantastic, personally.
That is childish to me.
Is it?
I don't know.
Even to this day, I still do it.
It's like slop. I don't know. I just want it different. I want it separate. You know.
It is. It is slop.
Okay, you're done.
It is sloppy, but I don't know. It's a
Let
good.
me get my porridge. No, I know Parker puts ketchup on his mac and cheese. He's been doing it for years. Parker's one of my best friends.
What about hot dogs on mac and cheese?
hot dogs and mac and cheese? I fuck with.
Really?
Protein in there? Not
Mm.
bad.
Hot dogs and mac and cheese? Oh,
Yeah.
fire.
Yeah.
No,
it's
chicken
fine.
apple sausage. Adele's chicken apple sausage and Kraft macaroni and cheese is the best
Yep.
dish
Yep.
a 12-year-old can make.
True. So Keaton, you can make that, right? All right. Never mind.
Keaton's older than that.
I'm 13.
Yeah.
13
Oh,
centimeters.
I'm
But
not gonna say that loud.
okay, here's a question. I knew you were going. So here's a question. Now that we're now bouncing off food topics, what is the classic condiments for a hot dog? Like when you guys go out to get a hot dog, and you're the classic craving for a hot dog, you're downtown. What do you get on it?
Ketchup mustard.
Just ketchup mustard?
Do you really want to ask?
Well, it's like
What?
Do you really want to ask me?
I don't think the place downtown counts because they have so many different options. Not every place has that option.
Yeah, true.
Stadium hot dog.
Stadium hot dog.
That's so boof.
What do you mean?
You can only get, no, that's the perfect question. Downtown, because that one has more options.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you're going to
Okay.
a stadium, you're only getting ketchup, mustard, maybe mayonnaise if you're lucky.
Mayonnaise on a hot
Good
dog?
take. Mayonnaise on a hot dog. It's a Seattle thing. No, they do cream cheese. That's different. It's weird as fuck.
We're in Seattle.
Right outside the Seahawks Stadium. I used to get them all the time when I worked there.
Interesting. I've never had that.
You
But
worked
yeah.
there?
Yeah,
When
for
did you
the
work there.
stadium when I did the security.
When did you work there? You like
You didn't know
worked-
about that?
No, you like worked in Seattle. Oh, for your.
Yeah, when I was in my
College.
freshman year, I did
Duh.
security there.
I was like, why the
What
fuck were you
school
flying
did you
from
go to?
Nampa to
Did you
Seattle?
go to UW?
Got it.
What?
Did you go to UW for
No, I
school?
went to Edmonds to
Hmm.
play baseball. Actually, Albert, I didn't play against, but I almost went to the school that he plays at.
Mr.
Yeah.
Elbert, you can tell Yaz is an avid Red Baron enjoyer. Hey. I'm the avid Red Baron enjoyer here. We all meet Red Baron doused in ranch.
But yeah, I used to do security for CenturyLink, and then I did all the Seahawks games and the UW games.
That's
I
fire.
actually saw Justin Herbert play at Washington.
Really?
That's sick.
When he was at Oregon. It was
That's cool.
dope.
Before we move on to the hot dog thing, I'm gonna say mustard on pizza. Try it. Give it a
What?
chance.
Actually, I agree with that.
What?
Give it.
You
a
put
chance.
applesauce and mac and cheese. I don't want to fucking hear it.
Yeah, I know, but that's like everyone
Just
likes
try it.
applesauce.
Everyone likes
No,
mustard.
I don't like applesauce.
I hate mustard.
That's why.
I had mustard on a sandwich the other day, and I was like, I was
Dude,
gonna
I'm
pull.
saying-
If you
Sandwich is
if you
fire.
like mustard,
It was-
try mustard on pizza.
You guys
I
like
promise
mayo,
you,
though?
your life will be changed.
I like.
mayo on a
Just one,
sandwich.
one
I was
piece.
thinking about this the other.
One
I don't
more
even like
dog.
mayo in general, but I was thinking about this the other day. I like things that mayo has, like that when mayo's an ingredient, like fry sauce. I love fry
Gotcha.
sauce.
Okay.
I can't take mayo on its own. I like macaroni salad and potato
You
salad.
like aioli?
Uh huh. Love aioli. I love
What
aioli.
was that?
I love aioli, man. Mm-hmm.
That's funny.
Yeah. Garlic, good old garlic
Anyways,
aioli.
when I get downtown, and a hot dog, I order my hot dog. Hold on.
Don't you? If you ASMR, I'm punching you in the mouth.
You
Gets-
can't hear it.
Gets the ear on one side. Gets the ear on the.
I hate that shit.
This one's directional too.
Ew.
There you
All right. Sorry.
That was foul. Everyone leaves. I'm just kidding.
So, I order out my hot dog. I start off with mayonnaise. I do ketchup. I do mustard.
Like a stripe, or are you like dousing this shit?
No, I usually do a stripe
Okay.
because I put a lot on there.
Okay.
So mayonnaise, mustard, ketchup. I'll do sriracha. I'll do jalapenos, grilled onions, and then I'll finish it off with the ghost pepper mustard that they have
On top.
on top.
go.
And it is it's
It has to go in that order, or is it
hurts.
just kind of?
I mean, it's all over the place, but usually that's how I do it.
Okay.
See, I think I go
That will fuck your stomach the next day.
dog,
but it's worth it.
right? Ketchup, mustard, the stripe. If they have dill relish, I'll do it. I don't like sweet relish, so dill relish. Then I do grilled onions on top. For me, that's it. Right there, kind of a little more simple, but like
Yeah.
you get all the different flavors.
Mine is just to wreck your mouth. That's all.
Yeah, no.
Because I'm drunk. and I usually-
so fucking hot.
Yeah, that's me.
I love that video. I have a video of Sean yelling at me because his mouth is burning when he's hammered downtown. Yelling at Sheila and I because his mouth is on fire.
From the ghost pepper
From
mustard.
the ghost pepper
Yeah.
mustard.
Yeah,
It's
that's
so
nice.
funny.
I say my classic. So, it used to be just ketchup, because I've always been picky.
Mm-hmm.
So I used to do plain, then I went to ketchup, and I started to like kind of adapt a little bit. For me, a classic dog
Oh.
is just ketchup and onions. What's up?
We got some breaking news.
Uh oh.
Xander Bogaerts just agreed to an 11-year deal to the San Diego Padres.
Oh
my god.
oh my!
So who's the Padres starting?
Hold on.
Shortstop?
I can pull this up right now.
So are they not going? Well, Bogart's third base, right?
Bogarts
Yeah.
is shortstop.
Shortstop.
He's gonna play shortstop.
But can he play third base?
Well, no, because Manny's gonna play third. Manny's a Gold Glover.
Yeah,
plays-
many. Shortstop
So it's
is
gonna be-
Tatis.
Holy fuck!
Yeah.
Okay.
But Tatis, and
So-
can he even play next year?
Yeah, he'll play.
Or is he suspended?
He can play. He can't play until 30 games in.
Who's second base?
It's
'Cause
their.
You can put Tatis.
No, it's not. It's not Cronenworth. Cronenworth does. He's like a utility player, so he can play anywhere.
You can put Tatis in the outfield too.
It's the
Oh,
it's
you
the it's the
can.
Korean guy.
But then also, oh yeah, Kim.
Yeah, Song Jong Kim or something like that.
Mhm.
Ha Song Kim.
Yeah.
Ha Song Kim.
Yeah.
which I love him. I thought he was so electric
He
in the
was
playoffs.
so ass on my fucking fantasy baseball team.
Hey, did playoffs count?
No, because
Okay.
it ends before playoffs.
Okay, yeah, it's like regular
But
football.
Keaton, where are your pants? Your mom's asking.
Does my mom say that?
Oh my god.
Wow. Hi, Mom. They're here. They're here.
Sammy boy!
Yo.
Make a
What's
guest
up, dude?
appearance.
Trying
Now get over here! Just say hi. Chad wants to see you. Parker and Albert want to say hi.
Classic hot dog. First of all, classic hot dog for me. Just ketchup and onions. I'm starting to like tomatoes, but I feel like it's just. I feel like I might get to a certain point where ketchup just becomes like, nah. And I'm just gonna start doing tomatoes and onions. I
A
want,
hot dog?
yeah,
Like straight up like diced tomato.
yeah. You ever had a Chicago dog?
No, I haven't.
It's a big old tomato wedge.
Show your tattoo.
Oh, yeah. Look at that joint.
It's a flex.
Look at that.
Do a Riggs flex for me.
So let me look at the San Diego Padres
Dude, I-
starting roster.
Parker, get him to come out here and comment on the situation. He's not doing it.
San Diego Padres. Is Sam a baseball guy?
He kind of is. He's a Dodgers fan.
Oh, he probably feels strongly. All right, let's.
You get him
Has
out
your
here.
mom not seen your tattoo?
No, she has.
I was like,
I
dude,
don't know
that's
what
a
she's
hell of a
tripping
way to show off the
Uh-oh, Mom.
Uh-oh, I have a tattoo.
All right, $10.99 or $9.99 at Albertsons.
Are you advertising to my mom right now?
Dude, can
Well, anyone
we
on.
need a frozen pizza sponsor. That would be fire.
Screaming Sicilian, if you're watching this, please, we'll take it.
Okay,
All
so
your meats. Mother's meat.
we're looking at Fernando Tatis at the short. Let's see, Manny Machado at third.
Okay.
Ha-Sung Kim. I guess it's Kim Ha-Sung, but it's Ha-Sung Kim. It's second. Jake Cronenworth obviously can play second.
You said he's utility?
He's
Kinda
more
like
utility.
Tatis.
He kind of, yeah, he can
'Cause
kind of
he
play
plays
anywhere.
right.
Yeah, and then obviously you have Fernando Tatis playing short.
Dude, I don't know where you put Tatis, honestly, because you have Soto in right, Trent Grisham in center,
And he's a goal glover.
Cronesworth in left, Kim at second base.
I only saw it when it was new and raw. That's disgusting.
Thanks, Mom, for commenting that.
Just like when you
Reagan,
saw his ass
were you trying to come...
What the fuck?
You trying to...
That's-
Whoa.
for the first time.
Are you trying to make a guest appearance, Ray?
If you drive over here right now, Reagan, we'll put
If you
you
drive
on.
over here, we'll let you in on the podcast.
We have a Sean's
What are you
mic picks
doing
up pretty
homework?
much everyone.
We have extra mics and extra seats. Just saying, if you want to come pop
Yeah.
in.
Yeah, we could use someone else on this thing.
We could.
It's a sausage fest. This is an all meat fest right here.
This is a mother of meats.
I literally cannot believe you just said that.
Daddy of meats.
Okay.
All right. Anyway,
I only saw it when it was new and raw.
I don't know where is
Absolutely.
All right, cool.
All right, we'll see
Slide.
you there.
Slide.
Let me know if you're bringing all the hooligans or just you.
Wow, Xander Bogaerts, man. Where is he going to fit? Okay, so my guess here is that they can transition Fernando Tatis to second
Who plays
base.
first for him? Sorry to interrupt.
That was a rotating cast. That's where Jake Cronenworth came in.
I was going to say, does
Oh,
Cronenworth
yeah,
just play first?
No, he played in
Who's their first baseman?
something.
Oh, you know what? Because most of the year, their first baseman was what's his name? Eric Hosmer. And obviously he left in that Juan Soto trade.
Reagan, what did you say?
First baseman. Jesus. Oh, it was Josh Bell. Josh Bell was their first baseman. And obviously he's gone. So, wow, what are they going to do here? I don't think Manny could play first base. I mean,
I think
he could, but
But dude, how do you take his arm away?
that's like
from third
putting Matt
base?
Chapman at first base. It's
Yeah.
like Matt Olson is good at first base because Matt Chapman was there. And like obviously Dansby Swanson, who's the third baseman? Dansby
Austin
Swanson?
Riley?
Austin Riley, thank you.
Dude, I just don't think you take Machado away from third. His
No, you
arm's
can't.
Too good.
He's
too good
too
defensively.
valuable on that team. He is a
Do you think they trade Tatis? Was he part of the trade?
no.
Tatis?
There's fucking no way. I think Padres just have so much money, it's unfathomable.
I don't know. I just think it's weird. Like, where do you put those guys? Or do you? He won't DH because I don't know.
Tatis looks like
Or is there a universal DH now? Am I wrong on that?
All right, so according to Bob Nightingale, shout out Bob. Here we go. Padres projected opening day line infield. So first base is Jake Cronenworth. Second base Ha-Seong Kim. Shortstop Xander Bogaerts. Third base Manny Machado. According to Bob Nightingale, the Padres are now the first team in MLB history to have 3 players making at least $300 million, all infielders.
Jesus.
Plus they have Trent Grisham, Jake Cronenworth, who can obviously just
Slug.
play out in the field.
That is crazy to me.
I mean, if they don't, shout out Bob Melvin, because this man has a roster he can do damage with. If they don't win this year, I don't know what. I mean, their window of opportunity
Good night.
is so
Thanks for
vastly
stopping
open.
by.
Good night, boys.
Good night, Mom.
Oh, good night, Mom.
Good night, Mom.
She's not going to bed. She's just disinterested.
No, I totally get that.
Yeah.
These guys being dudes.
It's just guys being dudes. I'm surprised my dad's not in here.
It'd be funny.
Um,
Dude, we need the Voisin's dad as a guest on this podcast.
Oh my God, that'd be
that
so
shit would be
sick.
funny.
Yeah, I agree.
live reaction to the Niners losing Jimmy Garoppolo.
Oh my god.
Sick.
That would be lit as fuck.
We should live stream a game sometime.
We should.
That's illegal.
We absolutely should. We should do
Well-
like a.
Just watch our reaction.
We should do like a World Cup game.
Yeah, people do that all the time. No, not as fun. You don't like the World Cup.
I mean, like
I
college,
love the World
like
Cup.
bowl games, like college football. I don't know.
We should do a bowl game.
Speaking of bowl games, should we do them?
Yeah.
Start
We
before
are
we-
going to
Let's rip
do.
the pick'ems.
We're going to do a pick'ems for college football bowl games. We're not going to obviously cover every single one because there are some shit
Well, let's
teams.
just go down and honestly do top to bottom list. If we find
Who's
a team
gonna
we
win?
can talk about, we'll
Okay.
give
A
a couple minutes.
Stewart!
Your dad.
Oh my God, my dad's here, dude. Let's go.
They're showing out for the
First time my father's ever been here in my life. That's sick, and it's on a podcast.
How long did it take you to get the milk?
Oh,
I think it was the cigarettes.
Wow,
Oh, the
escalating
cigarettes.
quickly here, boys.
Yeah.
All right, let's start at the top, go down. If we start arguing about a team, we have no longer than, let's say, 2 minutes to argue about it.
Nope, make it happen, Cap. Okay, UAB, Miami, Ohio.
I am in bed, but yes, I'm fully interested. Fairly
Just
interested.
interested.
Oh, fairly disinterested.
I literally said that, dude. Of course she is.
Bring up a topic, and we'll
Let's,
discuss
Mom.
it.
We'll
Well,
talk.
no,
We'll talk
after
about
this. We
promotions.
gotta get
Let's
through
talk
our
about promotionals.
Okay.
All right, you have versus Miami, Ohio. Ryan, you're gonna start, and then Keaton, then me.
Okay, UAB. I feel like their offense is more dynamic than Miami, Ohio, and they also have one of the best running backs in FBS. He ran for over 300 yards on LSU, and they lost by 30 points. So
Brutal.
UAB.
Yeah.
I'm gonna also go on that just because I'm kind of out on a limb here, saying
Yeah.
I don't know too much college football, so I'm gonna kind of ride with what you guys are feeling.
I'm gonna go with Miami, Ohio.
Okay.
I honestly think,
Are we just gonna quick circle some of them?
yeah. Circle them so you can see. We'll review them after if we.
I wish we had a fucking clipboard.
Too, but all right, Troy versus University of Texas San Antonio.
I'm going UTSA. I
Yeah.
just feel like they're a better team. They have a better schedule, and haven't they only lost like twice or something like that?
I don't know.
I don't know the record of these teams, but I'm just going UTSA. I feel like they're building good culture over there.
Yeah.
Ask Dylan.
UTSA.
I'm going UTSA. They've produced a couple good draft picks in the last couple years. Some, I don't know. That's kind of all.
Yeah.
That's the only reason I
I'm
know.
gonna go with UTSA as well.
Shout out to Tariq Woolen.
Troy has.
Shout out Silas, love you. Kind of got
Silas?
the idea from the
Hey.
from him.
I'm in the
Oh,
car,
shit.
but
podcast.
y'all are crushing it. Thanks, Silas. When you come back over Christmas,
We will get
we'll
you.
have
on.
you on.
We
You
definitely
can't
need
hear
him
us.
on.
Oh,
You're
we
in the
need
car.
Silas.
But we'll text you about
Yeah,
it.
we'll
'cause-
text you. Not worried about it.
No, let's just give him a call right now.
Get him on a Discord.
Nothing's
Guess
ever
what?
wrong with driving and talking at the same time.
All right, Cincinnati versus Louisville.
I gotta go Louisville.
It's
My
kinda what I was
cousin used to play with the quarterback at Louisville, so I'm kind of homer pick on that one, but just kind of going with it.
Yeah, I'll go with that one as well. I mean, I'm a homer pick for Cincinnati, but I was already kind of thinking Louisville.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna pick Cincinnati.
My
They've
gut.
kind of fell off a little bit after getting a bid to the college football playoff last year, but
They also just lost their coach.
that too. Fuck.
this year, just now.
Well, you know what? I'm
Looks
voting
like
on the
Brutal.
underdog.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna skip the next one. BYU versus SMU.
Fuck BYU. That's all I'm gonna say.
I'm going SMU. I just don't like BYU.
Yep. That's just
No,
that's
I
like
think
that's a
it's-
contrarian's
yeah.
pick.